ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث صدق اللہ العظیم۔
اس کے بعد میں محترم ڈاکٹر شبیر حسین شاہ صاحب سے ریکویسٹ کروں گا کہ وہ آئیں اور نعت پاک پیش کریں۔
ذات حق کا ہوا عرفان تیرے آنے سے، ذات حق کا ہوا عرفان تیرے آنے سے، ہوئی اللہ کی پہچان تیرے آنے سے، تو جو مبعوث ہوا پیکر انسانی میں، تو جو مبعوث ہوا پیکر انسانی میں، بڑھ گئی عظمت انسان تیرے آنے سے، گر کے قدموں میں بتوں نے بھی پڑا صلی اللہ، گر کے قدموں میں بتوں نے بھی پڑا صلی اللہ، انگریزوں میں پڑی جان تیرے آنے سے، بادشاہوں کے مقدر میں نہ تحریر ہوئی، بادشاہوں کے مقدر میں نہ تحریر ہوئی، جو گداؤں کو ملی شان تیرے آنے سے، کیوں نہ ایسا کیے کوثر تیرا احسان مانے، کیوں نہ ایشا فی محشر تیرا احسان مانے، کھل گئے مصحف قرآن तेरे आने से। ज़ाते हक का हुआ इरफान तेरे आने से।
Jazakallah khairun, Mohtaram Dr. Shabir Hussain Shah Sahab, who was presenting Naat. Now we switch to English because this is the common session which English and Urdu speaking audience are together under one roof. First of all, I want to acknowledge the presence here, community leader from different walks of life. I will call upon them one by one. Because of the shortage on the stage, we don't have enough seating to accommodate all the honorable guests. I'll request our community leaders, I'll call their name and they will request them to come please and sit on the front row. So I'll start it from Mohtaram Ahmad Raza Bhatt Sahab, who is the president of Unity Forum and Paksa. I'll request him please come and sit on the front row please. And after him, I'll request Mr. Khalik Dad Bhatti, who is the president of PASA. I'll request him please to come and sit on the front row. Ex-president of PASA, Mian Nasir Saab. Also request him to please come and sit on the front row. Amanat Ali Tarad Saab. Mr. Amanat Ali Tarad, ex-president of Paksa, will request him please to come and sit on the front row. Dr. Khalid Mirza Saab, member Overseas Advisory Council. He's already seated. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Majid Makiana, who is the community leader. I'll request him please to come and join us in the front row. And Khalid Suleria, will request him please to come and join us in the front row. We sincere apology from our side. We don't have enough space for all of you honorable guests to come and sit on the stage. So that's why we acknowledge your presence on the front row. After this, I'd like to call upon President Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, Hafiz Nadeem Ahmed, to please come and join us on the stage. Hafiz Nadeem Ahmed Sahab. I'll also request Dr. Harunur Rashid Abbasi, our former president and current president of ICSA Johannesburg, to please come on the stage and join us. I'll request Dr. Shabir Hussain Shah Sahab, our founder president, to come and please join us on the stage. I'll request Brother Maqsood Ahmed, Engineer Maqsood Ahmed. He is the CEO of ICNA Relief from USA, to please come and join us on the stage. I'll request our chief guest today, Honorable Deputy Minister for Public Works and Infrastructure, Bernice Swart, to please come and join us on the stage, please. I'll request Brother Musharraf Hussain, who is the President of Islamic Forum of Africa, to please come and join us on the stage. Brother Jamal Al Tawhidi, can you please come and join us on the stage? Abdul Khalik Mehtar Saab from Awqaf SA, please come and join us on the stage. Biradar Yaqub, African Youth Association, can you please come and join us on the stage? Biradar Hussein Abbasi, Al Amal Foundation, Johannesburg, can you please come and join us on the stage? Comrade Abraham Mashishi, Provisional Chairperson, Gauteng, will please request him to come and join us on the stage. Comrade Thomas, Chairperson, Sanko, Johannesburg, can you please come and join us on the stage? Yusuf Mohammadi, President SA Dawa Network, will you please come and join us on the stage? I'll request Dr. Fayaz Hamid, Vice President ICSA for Tarbiyah, to come and join us on the stage. Dr. Fayaz Hamid. I'll request Dr. Tahir Masood, Vice President ICSA for Tarbiyah, for Dawa. Can you please come and join us on the stage? Dr. Tahir Masood. I'll request Dr. Naveed Anjum, Central Vice President, Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, for social work. Can you please come and join us on the stage? I'll also request Khwaja Dr. Ibrahim to come and join us on the stage. I'll request Dr. Harun Rashid Abbasi from now on. He will be the host. He will call upon all the speakers to come and speak to us. Thank you.
In the name of Almighty Allah, most gracious, most merciful, respected guest and our chief guest, Bernice Swart, I welcome you all in this hall. And our topic of today, which obviously is not unfamiliar to you, but we have been having these programs, these seminars in all of our conventions. This is our 10th convention, and the title of this session is Building Bridges, Strengthen Communities. And before that, our obviously slogan is Building Bridges, Strengthen Families. This is the challenge we are facing in South Africa, that our family values are not that much strong as they should be, and our family values are breaking down. And if we keep quiet, if we are not active in this process to rebuild that family fabric, then obviously we are not going to have a good leadership for the future of South Africa. So therefore, it's building bridges, strengthen families, means that bringing up our our children so that they can be a productive citizen of the country. Similarly, if the good families getting together for the common good for the community, that builds up a good community. So building bridges, hence the slogan of building bridges strengthen communities. ICSA has been working with so many communities together. Some of the representatives are of course here in front of you. So we have been working together, and in future we hope that we will work together to an extent that it can be seen a tangible result for the whole of the country for the common good. So we hope this seminar will help us to exactly to do that in future, and I welcome you all. And in fact, what ICSA has been doing, so I'll call as a first speaker the President of Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, Dr. Nadeem Ahmed, to present under this topic what we have done so far, and then it will be followed up by the other speakers.
औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम खैरुन्नास मन यनफ़उन्नास सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम. Honorable Ms. Bernice Swart, Deputy Minister Public Works and Infrastructure, Comrade Ibrahim Mashini, Sanko Chair Houting, Comrade Thomas Taha, Sanko Chair Johannesburg, Brother Musharraf Hussain, President Islamic Forum of Africa, Brother Yaqub, African Youth Association President, Brother Jamal, President at Tawheed Foundation, Brother Abdul Khalik, representative of Awqaf SA, and representative of Islamic Medical Association, comrades and representatives of SANCO, Brother Ahmad Razabat, President Pakistan South Africa Association, Brother Khalid Dad Bhatti, President Pakistan Association South Africa, representatives of Pakistan Southern Africa Trade Federation, ex-President Pakistan South Africa Association Mia Nasir, ex-President Pakistan South Africa Association Amanat Ali Tarar Saab, Dr. Khalid Mirza, Overseas Pakistani Council member, Comrade Majid Makiana, all the way from Limpopo, Uncle Yusuf Mohammadi, Chairman and President of South Africa Dawa Network, Brother Hussein Abbasi, Al Amal Foundation, Honorable and respected Engineer Maqsood Eman, CEO of ICNA Relief USA, Chaudhry Arshad Dinda Saab, all the way from Limpopo, and Brother Yasin, all the way from Limpopo. By addressing all those names, at the end I would say all protocols observed, if anyone is missed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good afternoon. I'm just going to give you a brief about Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, what Islamic Circle of Southern Africa is doing, and what activities and projects we have. So we have a slogan, Khairun Nas, Man Yanfa'un Nas, the best amongst mankind is one who benefits humanity. This is one of the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Islamic Circle of Southern Africa is a non-profit, grassroots, outreach, dawa. When we say dawa, it means we want to connect ourselves to God, and social service organization. We are using the term social service, not the welfare, and we think that the social service is a much bigger and vast terminology than the welfare. It covers many aspects. Islamic Circle of Southern Africa is established in July 2011, and we are based in Johannesburg. The mission of ICSA is, the core mission of ICSA is we want to please our God, and we want to fulfill our responsibilities by building good character, by serving humanity, by standing against injustices, by striving for equality, by empowering future generations, by promoting volunteerism, and by joining hands with others to do good. This is the mission of Islamic Circle of Southern Africa. Our emblem says faith, unity, service, and we have talked about these three terminologies in last night's session. Our brothers and sisters of other faiths, particularly youth, are encouraged to join us under the banner of ICSA volunteers to aid us in our social service projects. We think that South Africa is a diverse country with diverse cultures and religions. This diversity should be our strength, and this strength has defeated the likes of apartheid in our country's history. We need to use these strengths to try and overcome many challenges facing our communities today, and especially degeneration of moral values and unequal educational opportunities. I'm just giving you this slide to know about the background of our country, the way where we are living in, and you can see blacks and red lines. If we see the drug abuse figures, the stat says South Africa is considered to be twice than the world norms in drug abuse. 15% populations are involved in drugs. And we are seeing the crimes all over the country, and stat says the 60% crimes in South Africa, they are related with drug abuse. These are the stats of SAP, South African Police Services. We are facing 34.4% unemployment, and because of unemployment, 49.2% people living, South African people are living in poverty. And their monthly income is 992 rand per month. So we are living in this country so that we have a background and so that we can act according to the stats and the situation of the country. And 63, this is the stats of Eastern Cape, 67.3 people, people in Eastern Cape, they are living in poverty. Crime situation, there are around 70 murdered every day in South Africa. It means 3 murdered in each and every hour we can see in our country. Lack of women empowerment is also one of the serious challenge. Gender-based violence. First 3 months of 2023, we are seeing that 10,512 women are raped in this country. 969 women were killed, and over 15,000 women were assaulted. And around 42,000 rapes are happened every year in South Africa, and 122 per day, 5 per hours. And this is the last figure, absent father, because we are showing all these stats so that we can understand the demographic of our country and the problems and situation of our country. Over 60% children living in South Africa without father. They have no father figure on their head, 60% children. They are growing up without fathers, and 20% children in South Africa, they are living 2 times a week with their biological fathers. So these are the some stats and backgrounds of our country. Keeping all these in our view, Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, and we were having a seminar in the morning with the Pakistan Unity Forum organization, and at this moment and this time, We also invited some other organizations from South Africa, South African organization, so that we can share our ideas and views, and so that we can work together for the betterment of our communities. So Islamic Circle of Southern Africa is running these 7 projects. Actually, these are 5 projects. The number first is Cataract Project. We are running this project since last 18 years, and our hero of this project, the former president of Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, Dr. Shabir Hussain. If we can clap for him, he is the man behind this project, with commitment, with focus, attention since last 18 years, continuously. And yesterday and today we did 57 operations at Leratong Hospital, and we are going to have our discharge ceremony tomorrow at Leratong Hospital. If you can get a chance, please join us tomorrow at Leratong Hospital. Altogether, we have done 9,930 operations. So we are expecting to touch the figure of 10,000, hopefully in September. If not in September, definitely in October. And there was a time when Dr. Hussain was thinking to reach the figure of 5,000. And the day we reached the 5,000, he dreamed that we are waiting now the figure of 10,000. So hopefully in September, and inshallah in October, we are touching the 10,000 marks. And then maybe he will say that now we are waiting for 20,000 figure. Inshallah, Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, with your support and help, inshallah ta'ala, help and work for the communities. We have mobile cataract unit. I'm not going to in detail for this one. So ICSA is also running health clinic. Dr. Khaja Ibrahim is in charge of this clinic. If we can also give a small clap for him. He is running this clinic since last, I think, 5 or 6 years in Westbury, and he examined personally and alone over 2,000 patients in last few years. And he also dispensed the medication and everything. Our 4th project is Feed the Hungry project. We are trying to provide some services to our people living around us. And our next project is Shoes and Clothes project, Youth Empowerment and Women Empowerment. These are the few pictures of our different projects. Cataract project, High Commissioner of Pakistan, current High Commissioner of Pakistan, he was with us in July. Senzo Muchuno, he is the federal minister right now. Former High Commissioner of Pakistan, Mr. Muzi Dalemeni, Prince of Kingdom of Swaziland. Cataract project, the Khanisa Award in 2018. Humanitarian award presented to Dr. Shabir Hussain for his services. MEC, former MEC of Health Gauteng. This is our gift hamper. After each and every operation, in discharge ceremony, we are giving gift hamper to each and every patient. This is our mobile cataract unit. This is mobile cataract unit office and ICSA central office. I gave you a background of a health clinic. Feed the Hungry project. As I mentioned that we are running social services project. I just want to read this slide. The messenger of Allah, Prophet, the God said, if a believer feeds another believer in hunger, God will feed him from the fruits of paradise in the day of resurrections. If a believer quenches the thirst of another believer, God will give him a pure drink on the day of resurrections. And if a believer clothes another believer when he is unclothed, God will clothe him with green garments of paradise. So Feed the Hungry project, I'm not going into details. We are running these projects in King Williamstown, Queenstown, Lady Frey, East London, Peter Marisburg, Johannesburg. These are the few pictures of Feed the Hungry project. Uncle Nuruddin is in charge of this project. He is not here right now. He is overseas. Shoes and clothes project. Brother Amar Nazir is in charge of this project. If we can see you, Amir Bhai. So he is running and handling this project since last couple of years. These are the few pictures of shoes and clothes project in different areas of Johannesburg especially. ICSA Youth Empowerment, our main focus is youth, and we are trying to engage youth in our activities. So we did youth empowerment seminar in June in our central office. ICSA Women Empowerment. These are the few pictures of women empowerment seminar we did in 2021. So ICSA has branches all over the country. We are having branches around 50 in different towns in the country. So annual convention is one of our regular activity. These are the dignitaries. They attended our annual conventions in last few years. You can see at that time this lady was a member of parliament. Now she is the deputy minister, Miss Barry Swartz. At that time she was the member of parliament. Late and former mayor of city of Johannesburg, former MMC Community Development City of Johannesburg. And this is our inspiration. Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas ta'muruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar wa tu'minuna billah. Allah says, God says in his holy book, you are the best of people, evolved for mankind, enjoining what is right, forbidding what is wrong, and believing in God. This is the inspiration we are taking, and we are trying to play our part while we are living in this world. At the end, I would like to say thank you, and one South Africa for all. Jazakumullahu khair wa ahsanul jaza.
Okay, so this was a brief summary of ICSA's activity over the years, particularly the last year. And our next speaker is very well known to all of us. But I can't see him. Where is he? Mustafa. Yeah. Should we sort of like go away from the normal protocol? Okay. So anyway, when he'll come back, we'll give him 2 minutes because he has been working with us for the number of years, and he will speak by himself what he thinks about the working together in a community. Obviously, he has been the PR councillor of the city of Johannesburg as well. So we have been working very close with him. But I'll give him, just breaking the protocol, that I'll give him some space after you. But anyway, and then our next speaker is Abraham Misheshi. He is a Senko chairperson of Gauteng province. And he recently assumed this position now. And as I said, it was on the lighter note that his previous predecessor, Chris Malimwaja, he was just the Senko chairperson of Gauteng. And ever since he started working with ICSA, together, then Almighty has promoted him to the member of the assembly, and later on, obviously, he is now the deputy chairman, deputy president of Senko South Africa. So I hope Okay, Thomas is here, so you left at okay, okay, yeah. So, anyways, Thomas is back. So I hope I introduced him, Abraham Mashishi, that probably he will join us in social activities together, and hopefully it will make a tangible effect in your presence for the communities as well. But before that, now Thomas is back, so I'll give you 5 minutes to what your experience working together, and these are the different organizations on the platform of Islamic Circle of Southern Africa, and how we can move forward in future, and what's your experience with the ICSA and SENCO together for over the years. You.
Amandla, away too. Long live Sanko, long live. Long live ICSA, long live. Long live ICSA, long live. Long live Sanko, long live. I was expecting everyone to say long live. Long live ICSA, long live. Long live Sanko, long live. It can be us and them. ICSA and Sanko is one. So it can be us and them. When I say long live Sanko, this side is quiet, this side is responding. It can be correct. I'm not going to be long. Trust you me, I'm not going to be long. Because meaning a visitor that came to visit for us, we must allow them to dish and eat together. I guess already translated Comrade Mashish. So we must share with the visitors. So I saw it from our brothers here. When they invite us, they say, no, we allow you to eat so that you can relax. So I'm going to do the same. Dr. Abasi. We have our provincial chair, Comrade Abraham Mashishi. He knows our relationship with ICSA. I gave him a briefing. He understands ICSA like I do. We also have Comrade Barry Swartz. I must help you to pronounce her surname correct. Barry Swartz or Bernice Swartz. She's here with us. Before she becomes a deputy minister, she was with us. She's one of us. She's grounded, so she going to expand. So I'm going to leave everything in their capable hands to take us through so that I don't even speak that 5 minutes that was given to me. Amandla, yeah, over to you, Bongani, to run your program the way you did. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Of course, I'm not going to be too long to introduce to the next speaker. I already introduced him. I just want him to know that we are hoping that next year around this time, your presence as a community leader, as a leader of SENCO, this we will show some more progress in the coming years. And just please come and address the audience.
Mandla, qina mhlalo uzonqoba qina. Qina mhlalo uzonqoba qina. Long live ICSA, long live. Long live ICSA, long live. Phambili nge-partnership phambili. Thank you very much, Comrade Bongani, distinguished guest, international guest from USA, the leadership of ICSA, Comrade Bernice, our Deputy Minister, Sanko brigades that are here with us today. Comrade, we really appreciate this event, and I must proudly say I'm very much happy to attend this August occasion. as a new born in Gauteng province, I hope and believe I'm having 3-4 months, Comrade Tage, in this hot seat, if I'm not mistaken. We, from the Sanko point of view in Gauteng, we want to confirm and bless that the relationship with my predecessor, Comrade Chris, I confirm that the relationship, we are continuing with the good work that ICSA is doing for the entire poor community. We must give them a round of applause, comrades, on what good work that they are doing. And as a new baby, I'm saying, let's expand this program because it's a relationship, there is a synergy between the ICSA and the community. Our poor people in the main. I think the presentation that was done by Dr. Now, it shows the work that they are doing, and we encourage them further to proceed with the good work that they are doing to make sure that ICSA, its wings, is being spread all over the country, starting from the Gauteng province, going to other provinces, where it will be a very important stakeholder with government. I hope and believe, Deputy Minister, tomorrow we will be bit by bit lobbying and influence that our President of the country, and that Cyril Ramaphosa, will be part of this occasion in the near future. Because this is the relationship that it assists government as well in terms of the poverty that we find ourselves, our people in, young people in particular, women, the poverty that they find themselves as government is overloaded. It cannot take almost everyone. So this initiative, we need to get into the details of this project and make sure that it's being sponsored from left, right, and center, and make sure that it relieves our people out of poverty. It takes our young people out of drugs. It makes sure that our women are getting out of frustration or distress of poverty that they find themselves in. So as I'm saying, I don't want to be long, comrades, because our Deputy Minister also, he have some other commitment where she must rush, as we are currently in the process of running the list process of the African National Congress going to the next year, 2024 government elections. So we must appreciate that, Comrade Berry, you take your time. As Comrade Tage said, we know you are a grounded force, you know people, you are humble to earth, you can work with different stakeholders. We really appreciate your presence here to be with us. I think this occasion is very blessed. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much to honor this occasion. Amandla.
Thank you so much, Abraham Mishishi. What he said we all heard, and I hope one day President of the country will address this convention. It will not be too long. Hopefully how good we work on the ground, which will be, should be known to the higher authorities in future as well. Our next speaker is Mr. Maqsood Ahmad. He is the CEO of ICNA Relief, one of the very renowned relief organizations in the United States, to an extent that United States Secretary of State mentioned the ICNA's contribution in United States communities. He is engineer by profession. He's a civil engineer, and very well actually experienced in terms of the social services work in the United States. ICNA as an organization to some extent is a mentor for ICSA as well. And we have been and we are going to learn through their experience in future as well. And I hope their contribution for South Africa will make a difference as well. So I'll invite Engineer Maqsood Ahmed to come onto the podium to speak to the audience, please.
Thank you, Dr. Harun. In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful, honorable public officials, community leaders on stage and off stage, it's not possible for me to mention every organization and everyone. I'm really humbled, feel very honored by the hospitality, by the love shown by this community. May God bless you, bless your families, and may God continue to help you work together for the good cause, for the common good of humanity, our fellow brothers and sisters in this country. I have a very brief message based upon the Quranic principle of Tawanu alal birri wat taqwa. Join hand with each other, cooperate with each other for the good causes, for the virtuous causes. In that respect, first I want to address our brothers and sisters who have made South Africa their home, maybe within last 40 years, 50 years, 30 years, 20 years. But as they say that home is not where you bury your parents and grandparents, home is where you raise your children and grandchildren. So I request you that make your best effort, give your best to make this home which you have adopted a better place for your children to come. Be part of your activities, all these good activities, and I understand that many of you coming from different parts of the world, from Pakistan and India and Bangladesh and Sudan and Somalia, many of you were well educated, had good businesses. God has blessed you in this country. So be generous in sharing those blessings with your fellow brothers and sisters. Among yourself, many times what happens that even 30, 40 years, it's natural that places where we came from, we think about that, where we spent our childhood. But it's important that let the people in Pakistan and in Bangladesh and Sudan and Kenya and Somalia fix their problem. There are hundreds of millions of over there. Focus more over here, your time and energy. Work with each other, cooperate with each other. First, the unity and cooperation as a Muslims. Not, honestly, I will be very straight and blunt. Not as a Pakistani, not as a Bangladeshi, not as an Indian. There's one important identity that we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are guided toward that right path, right course, which all the prophets and messengers from Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Moses and Jesus and Prophet Muhammad brought, and that is the serving, obeying one God and serving his creature. The second level, that then for the common good, we have to work together with all the brothers and sisters of all the other faiths together for the good cause, that we join hand. And again, in the same principle what I mentioned, Tawanu alal birri wat taqwa, that for the common good, we work together. Even we have difference. All human are created different. In one family, two brothers, two sisters, their sound is different, their appearance is different. We are all come from the same father and mother, but with time we look different. But at the same time, we have one intrinsically good hearts. Human are created on good. So the next level is that the first, at your level, cooperate with from your masajid, your Islamic center, your organizations, give the best, and then at the national level with the people of the other faith, join hands. And we use this term in America with the volunteer organization, National WOAD, volunteer organization assisting in disasters. This is a very common term, what we call 4 C's: communication, coordination, collaboration, and cooperation. So that spirit, with that spirit, just make the intention and determination that we will have to work together. There are challenges, there are issues, I understand that. There's joblessness, poverty, there are crimes. But the only thing that all of you, all of us, if you join hand, no problem is a big problem for the humanity. They struggle for hundreds of years, and I think particularly the Muslims from the Indian subcontinent, they were in the front rows with late great leader Nelson Mandela. They were in the forefront at the time of sacrifice and contribution. So keep the same spirit that it was a difficult struggle, it was a long struggle, but at the end of the day, they were successful to achieve equality, to achieve the rights of the people. And I think if we all come together as citizens of the country and good human being, no problem is a big problem. Again, thank you so much. Really, I feel motivated. I'm taking very good spirit. I learned a lot of things where we can improve our work. Now it should be other way around, that you learn from us. I think that I see that in future we'll be learning from you. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Brother Maqsood Ahmad. And this is going to be our last speaker, Honorable Bernice Swart, Deputy Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure. I think the speakers before me have introduced her, but I want to introduce her in a different way. And I think it's important for us as well. Ever since we knew her, and any planning, whenever we said whether should it be women empowerment, whether it should be youth empowerment, or any other program, if we sent the message with Senko together on WhatsApp message, she answered about it. She said availability or whatever she is, if she is busy. Similarly, she accepted our invitation here, and it was her when in the presence of our Johannesburg mayor, late Mahabo, that she said that, Mr. Mayor, Honorable Mayor, it is ICSA. The ICSA is a platform. Maybe ICSA does not need you, but you will need ICSA. Please adopt ICSA as a part of the activities for the social services. So it was her word. So I think this is a different kind of introduction. We appreciate all of her work and her inclination to be connected with the community and with ICSA. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to really thank ICSA for inviting me this afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here. The last time I attended an ICSA event was in 2020. It is 3 years later. I'd like to acknowledge the president of ICSA and all the leadership of ICSA, present and former leaders of ICSA who are present here today. I'd also like to acknowledge our guest from the United Nations, who is from the US. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the provincial chairperson of SANCO, Comrade Abraham Mashishi, and also the presence of the chairperson of SANCO of Johannesburg region, Comrade Thomas Taha. Today we are gathered here to discuss a very important matter under the theme building bridges, strengthening families and strengthening communities. I think that I would like to thank ICSA for choosing such an important theme because it is important. Because even before we become communities, we must first have stable families. And if we don't have stable families where children grow up under normal family conditions, few years ago, when I was growing up, we had uncles, we had aunts, we had grandparents that were there to guide us as young people. In today's life, people are too busy. Their kids are growing up at school, they are growing up at aftercare, they are growing up at boarding schools. But even when they do go home, their parents are too busy at work, and there are no family units. Now, without family units, we are going to have broken communities. If we have broken communities, we are going to have an unstable country because we are going to have the youth growing up without any guidance. We are going to have a youth that takes decisions on their own without proper guidance from proper structured family units. As South Africa, we have a high rate of crime, just as the president has highlighted here. We have GBV, where young people as young as 23 kill 7 people in few seconds, go to jail for life, but what they leave behind is broken communities and communities who always want to be at revenge. We have unstable communities and families because of the high rate of drug abuse. We have all sorts of drugs on the streets because we have got unstable family structures. We've got kids who come from broken families. We've got kids who do not know which family they belong to because they grow up in unstable families. Now, all these social ills give us an unstable country because a bigger percentage of the perpetrators are the people who are supposed to lead South Africa one day in the form of our youth. Now, that percentage is the percentage that is lost. Now, I would like to really thank ICSA for bringing up this important theme. And I hope that you are going to carry this theme and have road shows and have workshops and really go out to the communities, because indeed, to have a stable South Africa, it must first start with stable families in order for us to then have stable communities which have love, because without love, respect, humility, and compassion, we cannot be a society that can live together. Now, there are very important components that make us who we are. So it must first start with love amongst each other, with respect, have humility, have compassion. Now, ICSA has shown its compassion by the type of programs that it runs. On the cataract program, which helps a lot of people who have to queue in hospitals for many months before they have that operation, which assists them to have eyesight. And ICSA comes in and assists in that project. We then have a project where you are feeding the hungry, the project where you are empowering the youth, the project where you are empowering women, the project where you are giving communities clothes and shoes. All that is love, compassion, respect for other human beings. Because it is not all people who are able to afford to survive in this world. And ICSA is doing a very good humanitarian job through all the projects that it does. Now, few years ago, when the late Mayor Makubu had visited ICSA, I said to him that the city of Joburg need ICSA more than what ICSA needs Joburg. And may his soul rest in peace, because he was a mayor that understood that to keep government working, you need the private public partnership, which is the Triple P. Government cannot do everything on its own. So government does need the public-private partnership for government to also carry out its mandate. Now, the Triple P partnership is very important. Now, I want to promise you this afternoon, Chairperson of the province of Sanko and of the Joburg region, that I will make it my business to assist ICSA, that we write a proposal to the president to show them the good work that ICSA is doing, so that he can honor one of the ICSA events so that the president can practically see that we don't only talk about the Triple P partnerships, but that it is a reality, and that also I'm going to encourage ICSA to join NEDLAC as one of the partners, because Gift of the Givers is also part of NEDLAC. NEDLAC is one of the institutions which the president is using through the program that the president has announced in Parliament, that we should have social compacting. Now, ICSA is showing what social compacting is in its fuller form in everything that you are doing. So I will also share that with the president, so that you can maybe take a decision, because Gift of the Givers is also part of NEDLAC, because those are the people who are dealing with all social compacting programs that are there. And your organization is an ideal organization through the projects that you do, that is showing what social compacting is. I'd also like to, in conclusion, thank you very much that each and every year you invite me to your events, and that today, even though I've been deployed to do my other work in the ANC branches, but I was not going to miss this ICSA event, because indeed you do very good work that assists our communities. And I wish you well in all your programs, and would like to specifically encourage you that you really carry out the theme of building bridges, strengthening families and communities. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And as we all heard, that she has given us new hope, and also the new guidance through which our voices can be heard better. And she is also obviously one of our voices in the parliament. And I hope with the Chris, you together, and Judith Shabalala, she was with us 2-3 weeks back in a women empowerment program. So three of the very powerful voices will raise the and will make the parliament known about the work of the ICSA, which we have been doing together with Sanko, and this partnership will grow in future for the benefit of the country by the grace of Almighty. This is obviously the last session and our last speaker to give the vote of thanks is Dr. Fayaz Hamid. He is a surgeon by profession and he is a vice president of Islamic Circle of Southern Africa to come and just give the vote of thanks for our committees and all those people, those who are working tirelessly to make this program a successful program. Thank you very much, Dr. Fayaz Hamid. And also short dua.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This kind of convention takes a lot of effort, planning, and finance to organize. And believe me, there are lots of people who have worked in the last few weeks to make it a success as it is. So I'll start naming some of my brothers and friends who have worked really hard in organizing this. But please forgive me if I forget some of them because there are too many. I think the most important thing is in the whole convention of this kind is the food. And I must say I have never felt hungry since yesterday. And that is really the work of Dr. Khaja Ibrahim and Dr. Tahir Masood and our brother Nuruddin, who is not here, who is actually overseas, and a lot of our brothers from the Florida Halqa of ICSA have worked really until midnight to make sure that the eating place is clean for the breakfast. If somebody has still stayed hungry since yesterday, these are the guys responsible. And then I must thank Dr. Harun Abbasi, who really has been the overall in charge of this convention, and the in charge of the venue, Brother Muhammad Adris, and my other brothers who have worked at the reception, Usman Ijaz Bhai, Ashraf KK, Araf Jamal, and Afzal Marfani. They have been involved in making sure the place is clean. और उसके बाद हाफिज़ मनाज़र अली, हाफिज़ अफजाल, कौसर भाई और ये सब लोग जो हैं इस वेन्यू को अच्छी तरह से कन्वेंशन के लिए तैयार करने में बहुत मसरूफ़ रहे हैं. और ख़वातीन में इफ़त भाभी और आमना भाभी का काम जो है वो रियली इसमें जो है वो की क्रिटिकल रहा. और आखिर में मुझे शुक्रिया अदा करना है अपने ख़ुसूसी मेहमानान गिरामी का जो दूर दूर के इलाक़ों से तशरीफ़ लाए हैं. ब्रदर शहबाज सईद, वकार भाई, कामरान इम्तियाज़, राजा तारक और मलक मज़र साहब, अहमद रज़ा भट्ट साहब, खालकदाद भट्टी, मियाँ नसीर साहब, शाहिद चौहान, फ़हीम शहबाज साहब और अशफाक अनवर साहब, इन लोगों की आमद का शुक्रिया कि उन्होंने वीकेंड पे अपना जो है वो टाइम जो है वो हमें दिया ताकि इस प्रोग्राम में और कन्वेंशन में शिरकत कर सकें. और आखिर में आई थिंक आयशा और आमद ये दो लोग जो बैतुल इस्लाम में भी की भी लुक आफ्टर करते हैं, वो रियली सुबह से लेकर रात 12 बजे तक और फिर आज सुबह से मेरा ख्याल है आज रात 12 बजे तक वो इस काम में जो है वो मसरूफ़ रहेंगे. Adris bhai. And I think the last and but not least is all of you, the participants, our guests, the MEC, the MMC, and our overseas guests, and our brothers and sisters with Sanko, who I'm sure had planned something for the weekend, but they really gave us their time to be here. We are really grateful to them. In the last, I'm going to finish this with a short little prayer. And this is really a couple of verses from the Holy Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. I'll just really translate it loosely a little bit. This is a small verse, a small surah or a chapter from Quran which really embodies the purpose of our life in this world, where our Lord says that we must swear by the time that all the human beings are at a loss, except the people who have a belief and who do good deeds, virtuous deeds, and who advise each other about virtuous deeds. And in doing good deeds and virtuous deeds, if they come upon a difficulty, they persevere through it and they tolerate it, but carry on doing their work. And this is really our prayer. In the last moment, I would really like to say one of our brothers, Anjum Kalun from East London, who was with us last year, unfortunately, he's passed away, a very close friend of and brother-like person to us, and a dedicated worker for ICSA. And I would really like to pray for him कि अल्लाह ताला उनको जन्नतुल फिरदौस में जगह अता फरमाए, उनके दर्जात बुलंद करे और उनके अहले खाना को सब्र जमील की तौफीक अता फरमाए. आमीन. सुबहान रब्बिका रब्बिल इज्जति अम्मा यसिफून व सलामुन अलल मुरसलीन वल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन.